Alright. We're live. Hopefully. The bitrate stays consistent. How's it going, CJ? You got the ray gun and D machine and died? Restart, man. Restart, restart, restart. You always restart over and over again until you get perfect RNG. My day's going good. I just had some sushi. And we're going to be continuing this. I'm kind of disappointed. I started this game specifically because I was getting bored of D Machine, and I knew that there would not be a new zombies map for Season 1. So I was like, alright, I could start a long-term game. And then they released an update for Dead Ops that I really want to try. And I'm like, damn. Wish I could try that update for Dead Ops. But it's okay. We're attempting world record. And also, this is also slightly a test stream as well, continuing off of what I was doing last night. But unlike last night's test stream, it's not going to be quick. I'm going to be streaming for a few hours. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's see how the bitrate holds up with, like, a whole bunch of shit on the screen. Quality definitely looks better. Hopefully the bitrate doesn't drop at any point. Anyway, how was your day, besides dying with the ray gun and D machine? Abbott Costello. How's it going? It's so interesting that Abbott Costello is on my viewer list. It's good? That's good. Day off? Or did you have school or work or whatever you do? Hello, Bean. Yeah, on my viewer list, it says Abbott Costello. And then I click on that, I'm like, oh, that's probably a bot. And it's, well, actually, the account was created, like, last week, so it gives me bot vibes, but it has 11,000 followers. I wasn't paying attention. So, like, what is that? Abbott Costello? With your schluck mate right now? What does that mean, schluck? Schmuck. Ah, I see. Which map are you playing? D Machine? There's something called lowering the volume. You know there's more than one setting between full volume and mute? Like you could just keep it low enough to hear my voice. but not be bothered by my Ragnaroks, because my Ragnaroks are loud. This is a loud map, so there's just a lot going on. These things can be really loud. Well, whatever, man. I'll take the free view. Whatever floats your boat. Let me know how your game is going. Like, keep me updated. I had 90s. Is this a dog round? I think it is. Yeah, because I had 96. This is a 6-rounder.
Fetch me their soul. The dogs are coming, aren't they?
So the next time I'll have dogs is 107, 108.
Which way's the exit? Double points. Look at the mess I made.
Let's see. I have an idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but actually it'll work fairly well. Yeah, look at that. Well, let's see if I'll be able to charge my entire Ragnaroks. I don't think so. No, definitely not. But I only used like 5 bullets out of this thing, which is fine. Free Ragnarok charge. Can't complain. I wonder when I'm gonna hit max points. But I am gonna be getting into trade out territory somewhat soon. Just because when you have T-gun, you can go a lot longer than with the shotgun. The only benefit of the shotgun is speed. The most optimal way to play, in theory, would be to play the first 150 rounds with T-gun and this thing. and then trade out the T-gun for the shotgun as soon as you have ammo problems. But it's a little complicated because you actually waste more time getting the T-gun than you would save, probably. It's kind of a process to actually get the T-gun. No, I didn't want to grab that full power. I wasted it. What's the bit rate doing? Stream look good? Stream feel good? You guys having an easy time viewing it? Yeah, I'm so confused about that Abbott Costello that's on my viewer list.
Double points.
Abbott Costello also suggests these streamers, electrical longboard. So maybe they are a bot. I don't know. That's so weird. I should get a screenshot for what the YouTube video that this might turn into. I mean, either way, as long as I'm getting top 10, this VOD will still exist on my YouTube, but I don't know if I'll turn it into a stream highlight. Because I did that with the first 100 rounds, but that was because it was fun. Let's fill up the Ragnaroks first before grabbing that full power. Thank you for the 47 bits, Bean. Much appreciated. Does that give you more channel points? You're actually catching up to second place on bits. Oh, it's only like a month. It's only once a month? That's so weird. You might have explained this to me before, but I forgot. But that's weird that you can only gain it once a month. Actually, I can sort of understand because that's a safeguard so that people don't just effectively buy channel points. Especially for bigger streamers where people donate a lot of money. You could just game that and buy infinite channel points. And for those bigger streamers, those are like important rewards that you might be redeeming for 1 billion channel points or whatever. Jesus. Why did I have so much trouble placing that down? I hate when power-ups I don't want just kind of spawn in really awkward positions, like that nuke. It makes me have to adjust. Being extremely efficient this round.
I need some backup here. Any volunteers? Don't look at me.
Okay, I don't need another carpenter. You just gave me a carpenter. Ah! As soon as I put these down. Okay, hopefully a dog round. Nice.
Fetch me their soul.
Oh, great! And here I am, fresh out of dog's biscuits. Sorry, you had to go.
Nice. Love to see it. Bean, thank you for the 147 bits. Much appreciated, man. I really do appreciate it. Awesome, because every little bit of support counts. And, oh, I see what you did. You're second place now. Gotcha, gotcha. Is that a correct assumption? Yep, you're one bit above second place. Which motherfucker? I will be able to see how many channel points he's on? What do you mean?
If I get out of this thing, swear I'll change my ways. Courage.
Also, a little cost.
Oh. You know it's a girl, right? That's a sheep.
Which way's the exit? Just call me Samuel Thunderclap Stollinger.
I don't think that's how that works. I don't think you'll be able to see her channel points. Max ammo. Not a max ammo. But I have a max ammo coming up. Any moment now. Maybe on the next horde. Are you talking about her channel points or her bits? Because I don't think you can see her channel points. I think you're thinking of bits.
Cryopod's looking pretty good right about now.
Oh yeah, bits. That's true. She's at 805 right now. So she's not that far behind you. There it is. I knew it was coming. I'll finish out this horde with the shotgun because I'm already here.
I'm up to my neck in dead meat over here.
That shotgun strat's really fun. Yeah, she's at 805, so she's 196 behind you. Bad math. Yeah, no, good math. She's 194 behind. No. 196 was right. What the hell am I saying? I know my math. That shotgun strat's really fun. It does eat your shield though, just a little bit. But that's fine because once you start running primarily shotgun strat, it doesn't even matter. How's it going, Ryan? Welcome to the stream. We'll see. Am I gonna make it through this round? Thank you for the follow, Ryan. Much appreciated. Am I gonna make it through this round without needing switch to the shotgun? Probably not. But I'm not gonna have to do a trade out this round. Or not a trade out, an ammo run. Is what I should say. Because with the new strat, you no longer need to do trade outs. How's your day going, Ryan? Have you been playing Cold War lately? Actually, I should just grab this. I'm not trying to fill it. I don't know why I didn't grab that earlier. I'm kind of like going through the motions right now. I'm not really paying attention to what's going on screen.
Look at the mess I've made.
If I don't get a carpenter, maybe I should get a new shield between rounds. I'm gonna do that. I love how easy it is, honestly. Max ammo? Yep.
If I get out of this, I swear I'll change my ways.
Hurry. Go soon.
I can always tell because this game, the max ammos are not part of the cycle whatsoever. They kind of just come whenever you're running out of ammo. And they'll come like every other round. So last round I didn't get a max ammo, and I was low on ammo. You're probably gonna have a max ammo very shortly. Oh, this will be an easy round.
Well, at least I'm pulling my weight. Don't know what's worse.
Yeah, I commented on that one, and I got downvoted to shit. Because the 3 nukes thing is not possible. Here, well, here's the thing. First, he said he got 5 power-ups in 1 round. That's not possible. The drops do not work differently on mobile than they do on console. And then you can argue, oh, that's a weird glitch. Alright, if he got 5 power-ups because of some bizarre glitch, not out of the question. How is it possible that he had 2 equally bizarre glitches happen at once?
If I get out of this, I swear I'll change my ways.
First, he got 5 power-ups in 1 round, which is not possible, unless some extremely bizarre glitch happens. Then he got 3 nukes in 1 round, which is not possible, unless some extremely bizarre glitch happens, because of how the drop cycle works. And I was like, yeah, this doesn't seem real, because this requires, like, 2 scenarios at once where the game is glitching and ignoring the things that are programmed into the game, you know? You can't break the drop cycle, and you can't have more than 4 power-ups per round. So the odds of one thing happening as a glitch are extremely rare, but for a mobile game that's, you know, it's not out of the question, but the odds of both of those things happening at the same time, like, and plus glitches like that have never been heard of, even on mobile. So I called BS. I was like, yeah, this doesn't make sense. And I got downvoted to shit, and people were like, what do you know? I bet you suck at this game. And I was like, I don't. They were like, oh yeah, prove it. What's your highest round? I was like, here. It's on the leaderboards. And they're like, did I ask? And I'm like, yes, you did. Everyone sees screenshots and they just take it at face value and they don't question everything. That's why we had the post last week about round 250,000 blow up. Because people just see a screenshot, they don't question the legitimacy. There are holes in the story. I know that the drop cycle is not any different on Black Ops Mobile. I know that you can't get more than 4 power-ups on Black Ops Mobile. So this guy posting that he got 5 power-ups and 3 of them were nukes. Something ain't right. I don't think that was a freak glitch that happened. That's just my 2 cents at least. And I commented, I'm like, yeah, this don't add up. But I get downvoted. Because people are like, you don't know how the game works. I'm like, I do, and that's why I'm commenting. I don't care though. Because it's more proof that the community just blindly follows things, you know. Nobody questions anything. There are smart players out there, but none of them go on the Reddit because, unlike me, they're sane and they have a will to live. Like, I thought that the odds, you know, mobile is obviously, like, not as refined as the console. The odds that, like, there could be some freak glitch, this has never been seen before, but the odds that there is some freak glitch that spawns 5 power-ups, maybe. The odds that there is a freak glitch that ignores the drop cycle, maybe. The odds that both of those things happen within 1 horde, which, since he was playing Ascension, within 1 Thundergun shot, yeah, it didn't happen. That's, but like, you go on Reddit and you argue, you're like, yeah, this don't add up. I don't believe this is real. And you're gonna get downvoted to shit for being rude or being a hater. Which, I guess, such is life. It's been really terrible on the Reddit lately. Not even with things like that, but I'm just so sick of the repetitive posts. I think every single time I go on, there's about 10 more posts with the mystery box jump scare. And people are like, what is this? I've never seen this before. And I'm like, wow, you're the first person to post about this. That's insane. Or people that just don't read the rules. People that post saying, oh, I just unlocked Dark Aether camo. I just unlocked Diamond. I just unlocked Gold for 1 weapon. I just got social distancing. I just got round 100. I just got round 50. I just got round 30. It's a new PB. Motherfucker, I didn't want to grab that full power. Oh, I know. I know it's not exclusive to COD Zombies, but COD Zombies is the only video game subreddit I follow. But from what I've heard, like, I'll comment and people will be like, yeah, every video game subreddit's just shit, just ignore it. Or, I hate people who kind of post pointless things. They'll post something like, oh, I just got to round 50 streaming on my Twitch. And it's not even a screenshot. Like, it's just text. It's just, oh, I just got to round 50. And we're like, cool, man. What? There's not even a screen, you know. And obviously, bragging about high rounds is also not allowed on the sub. But if you're gonna do it, put a screenshot. Don't just be like, follow me on my Twitch, I'm going for world record. And then the guy comments 15 minutes later, never mind, I just died. And I'm like, yeah, you were only 550 rounds away from world record. You were so close. When I say I'm going for world record, I mean it. I'm on good pace right now. Because I haven't even done a shotgun trade yet. I hate the reposts. Like, some people will just post an already existing post. Like, I saw this was a few days ago. Somebody posted a drawing that they did. And even if the drawing sucks, I love to see it because, like, that's the kind of content I'm looking for, like original content, creative things. I'm just gonna grab this because it's getting in my way. I love to see creativity. Those are sort of my favorite posts. And then somebody, like 2 days later, somebody else posted the original guy's drawing and just said, all credit to that guy, go upvote his post. And I was like, what's the point of that post? What's the point of posting it posting it a second time and then just saying, go look at the original post? Like, it was only 2 days ago. People can just go look at the original post. It's run its cycle. It's done. It got a votes. I was like, what a useless post. It's terrible. It's the only video game subreddit that I'm currently, like, following, which is why it bothers me the most, because I don't play many video games. Actually, it's the only large video game subreddit I follow. I'm not on r/Smash or r/Smash Ultimate. I am on r/Mr. Game & Watch memes, which is like a Smash sub dedicated specifically to Mr. Game & Watch players. So it's sort of different because people only post things about my character, so they don't post that frequently because there's 80 characters. Yeah, I hate the argument, it's so boring playing alone on Cold War. I know. This is the first game where I love co-op so much more, but I only seldom get a chance to play co-op games. I hate people who say, oh, if you don't like a feature, don't use it. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm not trying to handicap myself. People are like, oh, if you don't like Mega Gobblegums, don't use it. And I'm like, yeah, but you save hours of time and it's so much easier with Mega Gobblegums. It's a handicap to play without it. Granted, playing on local is equally whatever. I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Like, I play on local just as frequently. Yeah, Reddit sucks. But it's kind of addicting too. With Alchem, that's the thing. People will be like, oh, if you don't like Alchem so much, don't use it. And I'm like, yeah, but you're at a severe disadvantage.
Don't look at me.
You could play Revelations with no gums, but you're gonna lose 10 hours to a 255 game. Granted, there is a no gums category, but and I've played the no gums category, but like if you want to maximize your time, you run Alchem, or even more so, you run Megas. And I'm what, 8th, 7th? I don't even remember what place I am on the Megas leaderboard. For that reason, because I had played a bunch of no gums Classic Gums games, and I was like, I just want to breeze through this. And I got 214 megas, and I errored, sort of disconnected. Flawless either way. Oh, when did I hit max points? Oh, like 10 seconds ago. Because I looked at my points on my TV, and I was like, shit, when did I hit max points? And then I looked down at the stream, and I didn't have max points yet, and I was like, oh, 10 seconds ago. I can't believe I just missed it.
Look at the mess I made.
And then obviously there are separate categories. Like there is currently the purist category, which is like no score streaks, no crafting bench, only 3 down, or like only 3 revives. Your 4th down is game over. And people have been going hard on that purist category. It's like the record is over 200 for that, which is really cool. But at the same time, these subcategories more often than not are less recognized. Like when you think of the Black Ops 3 world records, you usually gravitate to the Classic Gums, and you don't touch no AATs. People will complain, oh, if you don't like AATs, don't use them. There are no AATs categories, and there are world records to be gotten. They are not nearly as popular. Like you always go Classic Gums, regular gameplay is the go-to category. On this game, it's just classic elixirs. It's classic elixirs is the go-to category with regular gameplay. On the latest game, it's just going to be regular high rounds. The purist is not going to be the center of attention. It'll be cool if you get the purist world record, but it's not going to be the center of attention. The center of attention is going to be the guy who has the highest round playing normally. Like, I could get the no buildables world record on transit, but that's not a category people are going to gravitate to and be like, no way, he just got the no buildables world record. That's insane, you know.
Some things are best done the hard way.
I'm going to grab it because it's in my way. And onto the shotgun strat. First rooms, Easter egg speedruns, and also no power, but like only older no power games. Like Black Ops 1 no power is a big deal. You get a no power world record, you're getting some recognition. Black Ops 2 kind of depends, because there are certain maps where no power is cool, and there's certain maps where no power doesn't make a difference. Like Mob of the Dead no power is a very popular strategy. Origins no power makes no difference because you still have stabs. You just don't have pack-a-punch. You don't have pack-a-punch or perks, but you know, it's not a significant change in gameplay. Diarize no power is a little cool, but also not a significant change in gameplay. You still have access to the Sliquifier, you still have access to the Trample Steam, you run the same strats, and you still have all your perks. And then when you get to the newer games, no power has even less recognition.
I'm going through ammunition like
Dr. Max's Venzel test subject.
You cannot use the turbine on buried. It does change buried a little bit. The current strategy for buried no power involves what's it called?
Fetch me their soul.
The current strategy for buried no power is a trample steam strategy. But at the same time, you still have all your perks. You still have the paralyzer, and you don't need the petrifier. The only benefit it has is it takes a longer time to overheat. Yeah, you still have all your perks unburied.
If I get out of this, I swear I'll change my ways. They call me Samuel Thunderclap Sullivan.
Let me think. Transit no power is this. It's no perks. Transit no power. You don't have any perks, but you still have access to the jet gun.
Up to my neck and chest eat over here.
Or do you?
Man, I hope someone
Wait.
saw that. It was awesome.
Because you're not allowed to use the turbine. So how do you get out of the power room? Huh. Can you jump from the top of the bus to the top of power?
Eat over here.
I don't think you can. Transit no power might be interesting. What? I want to look at the world record for that. Hold on. You don't go to the power. Yeah, but the power room is where the. No, that's where the jet gun piece is. In the tombstone room. Black Ops 2, no power, transit, 71? How do you get 71? Don't tell me you play it like, Oh, no. Oh, no. This is awful. Transit no power is basically a survival map. Because you don't have access to any of the bus buildables, because those are behind turbine doors. Wait, but what do you do? No, what do you do if the box moves to power? What does this guy do? How is he killing zombies? Oh, I see what he's doing. I see what he's doing. Holy shit, this is terrible. You want to know how you kill the zombies? So, yeah, you want to know how you kill the zombies? Well, first of all, Mark II trade out. I don't think you even want to attempt. You can't kill him with the bus because you can't attach the bus train piece to the front of it. So you can't do Mark II trade outs because if Box moves to power, your game is over because you can't escape from power. So you get the Mark II. You store an upgraded M16 in your fridge. And then you use, so your primary weapon is the Mark II, obviously. Your secondary weapon is the M16 grenade launcher. And you just buy ammo for that. Oh, I'm surprised I have never thought about transit no power before, because that's a really interesting category. I might want to play that, honestly. Like, that sounds so bad, but it's so tempting to try. Get off my case, dogs. I'm not trying to waste my Winter's Whale on you. Okay, it didn't even matter. I made it to 120 without having to go buy ammo, which is good. Because last game I only made it to 111. Or the last time I tried this strat. That's so bad. But that's so innovative. Like, I hate it and I love it. Whatever happened to Figsu? I don't know. He was the reigning champion of survival maps. He had the world record on Transit, Town, Farm, Bus Depot, and Nuketown all at the same time. He became the survival map champion. And then he kind of fell off the face of the earth. Chris Voltage beat his town, beat his Nuketown, did he beat his farm? And someone else beat his transit. I think he still has Bus Depot, right? Let me look it up. But yeah, we haven't heard from him. I don't know. One would think that Chris beating his town would have motivated him, because he did hold all the records at once. Yeah, he still has Bus Depot. I mean, it looks like he played Black Ops 3. He has BO3 Kino co-op world record, BO3 Noct co-op, Bus Depot co-op. That's all. Those are the only high round records he has. He doesn't have Nuketown anymore. Did Chris's game get counted? I know there was controversy. I thought his game was not allowed, which is annoying. Because this isn't the first time that there has been a PC only... Oh, wait. No, I clicked the wrong one. Nuketown. No, they counted Chris's record. He has it. But I know there was controversy because people were saying, oh, that would mean the record's only possible on PC. And I'm like, yeah, just like every Black Ops 1 world record. Because PC. I watched it live as well. I watched him hit 100, and I was so disappointed in him for dying. Like, I was glad he got the 100, but, like, that's how you're gonna end it out? But I think he was relieved. He was happy he got the 100, and he was bored. He hated that game. Like, he really couldn't have been bothered anymore. He was miserable. He was as miserable as I am playing Dead of the Night. Except he got the world record. I couldn't even push through. Yeah, I know. He discovered a new strategy that was faster. The OnlyFans strat in the warden's office. It's faster. It's a lot less safe. It was a lot less safe, for one. And for two, it's not even viable because it causes errors. Which is, like, awful. It really is too bad that it had to end like that because he put a lot into that strategy. I hope I get the world record this game because it would definitely be pioneering this map. I'm not the one that discovered the new shotgun strategy, but nobody has yet to implement it for a top 10 game. So if I get world record, it's basically free. Because the free real estate is, while everyone else is playing Cold War, I'm on... I didn't mean to just slam. Oh, I didn't want to grab that. I thought that was further ahead. Yeah, this is a free world record. It'll be even faster. It should be like 12 hours total to 255. I'm 3 hours into this game right now, just over.
I need some backup here. Any volunteers? Don't look at me.
It'll be really quick. But, yeah, I don't know what happened to Figsu. When's the last time he uploaded? A year ago. Last time he uploaded was a year ago. And it was a transit something. But Figsu's not going to take back the transit world record. That's not true at all. Nobody has a problem with Figsu. And why is Frenzy... He might have been critical of his town. And I can understand why. Everyone was. Because people were like... that was getting into risky territory of PC only exploits and macros. But still, I don't think it was a personal thing. I think he was just on the side of. I don't think it was a personal thing against Chris. I just think it was that he was against the whole use of macros. I'm surprised that Frenzy says that, especially because him and Frenzy were so close. They have a ton of world records together. They played with each other. Crazy. They played with each other more than any other co-op partners. That kind of disappoints me that Frenzy said that. My max ammo luck has been really good this game. Like, I'm amazed that I've gone this far without needing to even buy ammo for the shotgun. I've barely even used the shotgun. Can you not take away my Winter's Wail, please? Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't been around. It's too bad. I kind of want to get better at some of the older games. But it's conflicting. Because, like, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, I've gotten really good at. Where I have top 10 leaderboard spots at a bunch of places. Black Ops 3 was the first one where I got around 100. Black Ops 4 is the first one where I'm, like, a world record contender. But I want to go back and get better at the older games. Because I think I'm kind of conflicted. Oh yeah, Furret. I mean, I remember him when he was called Phoenix. I still call him Phoenix. He's still grinding out Noctur on Toten, which is so funny. Literally the day Cold War came out, he was streaming Black Ops 1 Noct. He's been grinding the hell out of Black Ops 1. And like when you combine some of the latest innovations from players like what's his face? His current Twitch name's Josu. Or Jonu, I don't know. But what was his name before? Fleur, that's the one. Fleur has innovated so much on Black Ops 1 and on Black Ops 2. Like, he just has an incredible knowledge of the game. Black Ops 2, he came up with a new way for Die Rise to be pushed all the way to 150 plus. And now it's just about execution. Because Die Rise is an incredibly hard map. Yeah, has he got 5 world record? What's the world record? Like, and 5 and 5 with the 5.5 strat. I really want to go back and play 229. I think I knew about that, but I knew more about TTS getting 221, and people were like, "Oh my god, that's insane! That's never going to be beaten." That was short-lived. I think that Origins 151 is possible. I think there's a lot of untapped potential with... So, here's my theory. People insist that, like, when you play Origins, if you use the Fire Staff even once, your game is over. Your game crashes, GG. I don't believe that's entirely true. I believe it's more of a gradual thing. Like how if you use the jet gun for too long, you'll error in the 140, you know. It's less gradual because people have errored with the Fire Staff in like the 70s. But if you don't use the Fire Staff for the entire game, up until round like 140, I think you can push past 150. And I don't think anyone's tested that. They just said, alright, Fire Staff gave us errors in the 70s, so they give us errors forever. Welcome back, CJ. Shang is beatable, because he got... Phoenix got 202, and he didn't even, like, error. He died. I have a max ammo coming this round. Call of the Dead doable? Yeah, this is Call of the Dead. See, the lighthouse? No, I'm kidding. I'm only partially kidding. But Call of the Dead co-op is easily beatable. Yeah, there's my max ammo. Call of the Dead co-op is absolutely beatable. Like, no question. It's just about getting a skilled team. Because it will take a lot of time. You're gonna have to take multiple sleepers. Or if you're crazy, like Phoenix, then one sleeper for 3 hours. Winter's Whale is actually helpful. I might have used a Dying Wish of it in Winter's Whale. Call of the Dead solo, though. It depends. Well, obviously the record can only be gotten on PC. I think there's a little bit of untapped potential. It's all about reset time, really. Because, for whatever reason, people assume that after a certain point, your only option is VR11. Are y'all OG about zombies? What do you mean? I mean, I've been playing for 10 years. Call of the Dead is my second favorite Black Ops 1 map. Which is controversial because my first is not even a Kino or Ascension. Those are third and fourth, though. I started playing when Black Ops 1 came out. So fun fact about when I started, this was 10 years ago, just about. And Black Ops 1 had just come out, and I would play zombies at my friends' houses on their, like, PlayStation 3 or whatever, or their Xbox. And for Hanukkah, I wanted Call of Duty, and my parents were very like, oh no, you can't get violent video games. I never had an Xbox, I never had any Call of Duty. I played the Wii, you know, I had Smash Brawl and whatnot. but I had asked for Call of Duty for Hanukkah. So a couple weeks before Hanukkah, my parents used GameFly, if you remember what that was. It was a video game rental service where you can like order a game through the mail and play it for like a couple weeks and then send it back. GameFly, yeah. So they got me Call of Duty Black Ops 1 for the Wii through GameFly. And I played the whole campaign, I played some zombies, and they were like, and I sucked at zombies. Like, I think my best was 4. And they were like, alright, it's a little violent, but we think you're old enough. You're in 5th grade now, you can have Call of Duty. So, for Hanukkah, which was a few weeks later, they got me an Xbox, and they got me Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And that was about a month before Ascension released. Probably. Around then. So, once I had my own Xbox 360, I'd play with my friends from school, I was hooked. That was all I needed. This might be the round I do an ammo run, unless I get a max ammo right now.
That doesn't cause an avalanche.
I mean, I just went for a ton of ammo right there.
If I get out of this square, I'll change my ways.
But yeah, 10 years ago I played Black Ops 1 and I was hooked. And that was when I was 10 years old. And now I'm 20 years old. And I literally played Black Ops 1 last night. And I'm still enjoying it.
Running low on bullets? Seriously? Already?
Alright, first ammo run, 126. Definitely harder without stamina, that's for sure. I mean, it's not like you have stamina with the normal strat anyway. Oh, I forgot about this, the cooldown. Yikes. It's okay. I still have the same Xbox 360. I'm looking right at it. That was a successful ammo run, I would say. How's it going, Zombie Slayer? I literally played Xbox 360 last night. Black Ops 1. Oh, I didn't even have to trade. Zombie Slayer, we're just talking about Black Ops 1 and old Zombies memories. But yeah, I was hooked. And Moon, I was so excited when Moon came out as a DLC map because at the time, and I still am, but at the time I was obsessed with space. So seeing zombies on the moon was such a cool concept to me. That was the only thing I ever wanted out of Zombies Chronicles. To this day, Moon is my favorite map. But yeah, I think probably in the near future, play a little more D Machine after this game ends. But I might have to go back and play some old Black Ops 1 and reattempt some PBs. I think that a lot of my love for zombies now is about, like, nostalgia. Me proving to my childhood self that I could be a good player. Because as a kid, I loved going for high rounds. But high rounds to 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old me was, you know, 20, 30 maybe. High rounds for me now is 200. But I remember the first map that actually got me into high rounds. It was Die Rise. Because I never really knew about concepts like trade outs or horde kill repeat. I had always learned to train things like training on the stage, your typical noob strats, you know. You train on the stage, you run around a little bit, you turn around, you shoot the zombies with your bullet weapon. What about when your bullet weapon stops working? I don't know. Hopefully you're one of the 4 people in your game that has the thunder gun, because you always play with 4 players. You never played solo. But the first map that got me into high rounds was Die Rise. And it was because I saw a video on the shaft strategy, the strategy that's still used to this day. Not even the pre-patch one, like the after-patch 2-window strat. And for whatever reason, in my mind, that just really clicked. I was like, wait a second. Yeah. I was like, wait a second, that just makes so much sense. You just stand there, and then you shoot there every minute. So I tried it, and I played solo for the first time, and I had never played solo, so I was really scared. And I got to round 62. And I think at that moment, that's when I realized, oh, I can do this. I know how to be a good player. And from then on, I was hooked. Shortly after that is when Shadows of Evil released. And once Shadows of Evil came out, I started playing solo only and getting consistent. And later on in Black Ops 3's life cycle, Shadows of Evil became the first map that I would get round 100 on. And I have to give a shout out to Revelations. A part of me did not want Revelations to be my first 100. I mean, we were talking about zombies Reddit. Now we're just talking about zombies without the Reddit part. It's the same concept, really. A big part of me did not want Revelations to be my first round 100. I might have to do another ammo run unless I get more ammo right now. And the reason for that is because I knew that Revelations was an easy map. And if Revelations became my first round 100, like, I would be a little ashamed. Because in my mind, it would be like, oh, I'm only able to get round 100 on the easiest map on the game. But Revelations was not my first 100. And the reason for that, I did get my first 100 after Revelations released, but it was because the Varrook strategy was just discovered, like, day one. the Varrook strategy that's still popular. But if you remember what Revelations was like when it released, you couldn't play it. Because your game would automatically crash somewhere between the 70s and 80s, and round 100 using the Varrook strategy was impossible. It did take some time for people to come up with like the spawn strategy, and the only reason why it was popularized is because it was an error-free strategy. But I didn't like the spawn strategy. Yeah, that one. That one came maybe a week or two after Revelations. But I didn't like it. My first 100 on Revelations was using that strategy, but I had played maybe like 7 or 8 games to round 80 and errored in the Varrook strat, because that was the only strat I wanted to play. So I had exhausted my interest in Revelations over the first month or so. I completed the Easter egg, I got my RK5, and I was like, alright, it's been a month since the maps come out. They still haven't fixed the errors. Let me go back and play some Shadows now, because once you give it enough time, that's when you can start playing old stuff. For Cold War, apparently that's 3 weeks, and that's why I'm playing Black Ops 4. But I had exhausted my time on Revelations. I never got round 100. I had never died. I just errored every single game. And I was like, all right, let me play Shadows, and I got round 116 on Shadows. And that was my first ever run 100. And then I went back, and Revelations was my second round 100. But that was fine, because it just wasn't my first. I forget what my third was, but it was a Black Ops 3 map. I did all 6 of the main Black Ops 3 maps as my first 6 100s, I think. Yeah, I think I did all of them before I did Buried. Let me look. I have it written down. Yeah. It was Shadows, then Revelations, then Horizon, then the Giant, then Zetsubo, then Gorod. Wait, no. Where's my Zetsubo? (2017). Yeah, it was Zetsubo, then Gorod. Then I got Buried. Then Chronicles came out about 2 days after I got my Buried 100. I got Ascension round 100 first room a day after launch. Then I got Moon. Then I got Origins. Then Kino. Then Mob of the Dead. Then Dead of the Night. Then Blood of the Dead. Then BO1 Ascension. Then Alpha Omega. Then Ancient Evil. Tagged or Toten. Then I got my 200 and 255 on Tagged or Toten. Then I got 200, 255 on Dead of the Night. Then Die Rise. Then I got a co-op Tagged or Toten. Then 9. Then 200 Revelations. Then D Machine. Those are all of my 100 pluses. But I'm definitely in need of going back and redoing Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1. Actually, Black Ops 2... the only thing I have left on Black Ops 2 is Origins and Transit for the ones where 100's feasible. Because, and I say feasible because there's only 5 maps where 100's possible within my range. I'm not going for Nuketown or Town Round 100 right now. Just saying. But yeah, Transit and Origins are the only ones I have left. I have little drive to go do the Origins round 100 because I already have it on Black Ops 3. And the same concept. Black Ops... Oh, I know. Because PC players couldn't play without those crashes. I would love if you stream on Black Ops 2. Maybe I will. Not today, but like... soon. I mean, once this game is over. It might be... it depends how long this game takes, because this could be a while. But maybe Black Ops 2 will be the next thing I play. Should I do Die Rise again? What map would I play? What map should I play? Because the thing is, on a lot of maps, I go specifically for round 100 and then I end it. So I don't play my games to its full potential. I'll always be a controller person. Even when I play on PC, I use controller. Because I don't feel like making the switch. Die Rise? Die Rise is one of those games that I did to full potential. So most of my games, I played around 100 and then I don't continue. Because I'm like, alright, that's enough for me, let me end it. But... Die Rise, I played sort of to full potential, but I had no idea how to run the trample steam strat whatsoever, so my PB is 101. Because I did 100 rounds in the shaft, and then... failed at running the trample steam. So I could redo Die Rise, and like, what I might do is stream using a mod menu, skip to round 100, and then just practice doing the trample steam strat until I get really good at it, and then go back and play a full game out. I could do that. That might be a move. I don't know. How do I feel about reattempting for PB on Die Rise? At the very least, I'd like top 10, but the amount of time it takes to get round 100 versus the amount of time it takes to get top 10, which I think is 114 maybe, is so drastically different. Let's see, Black Ops 2, high rounds, Die Rise, 111. Okay. That's more within reason. I don't know. Do I want to reattempt Die Rise, or do I want to do Buried or Mob? I don't know. I might go Buried. Die Rise? Maybe I'll do Die Rise. I'll have to see. It'll be after this game for sure. I think after this game, I'm probably going to go play a little more D Machine. Die Rise is one of my favorite maps. And I don't remember where the community hate for it came from. I get why they don't like it because of the verticality and whatnot. It's a tough map to navigate. But I don't remember when the hate started. Yeah, I feel like it's all bandwagoning. I think nobody disliked it, and then for whatever reason, YouTubers within the last year or so started making tier lists and just put Die Rise at the bottom. No, ZNS was more widely hated. ZNS was widely hated when it released. Die Rise only became widely hated within the last couple of years. It was not hated at release. People loved it at release. Especially because of how much it outshined its predecessor. Stargirl, thanks for the follow.
Don't know what's worse. That I'm surrounded.
You have a new sub on YouTube. Oh. Sometimes I get emailed about it. But I think it's only if people have their subscriptions set to public. I get emailed if I get a new sub. I gained, I think, 3 subs after my video that I uploaded last week. I have a video coming this Friday. It's already done. Like I have it uploaded. It's just scheduled to release on Friday. But start advertising on Reddit? I would love to. The amount of people that ignore the no self-advertising rule. In all fairness, the video was very clickbaity, and I did that on purpose. Hold on. What's my sub count at? Your channel. 92? Yeah, I gained 3 subs from that video, which is awesome. It was very clickbaity. And I did that on purpose. So it was obviously just stream highlights of me playing Dead Ops Arcade 3 and getting tilted, if you haven't seen the video. And the title of the video is How to Defeat the Mama Back Every Time. And you want to know what I didn't even do in that video? That was 30 minutes long. You want to know what I didn't do? I didn't defeat the mama back, that's for sure. But I got 6 likes and 16 dislikes, and that's because I clickbaited. But it's getting hella views, and because I'm suddenly getting hella views when I usually don't, it's getting hella recommended. But this is how it starts, you know? So, well, like, literally last week, I was like, I'm going to practice my editing. I think I had a funny stream today, so let me turn it into some highlights. And that was what came of it. And I actually really enjoyed the final product. Even though I clickbaited people, that was because I wanted them to watch it. And I don't think I'm going to stop clickbaiting people. I'll give you a sneak peek of the video that's coming on Friday. So, the name of the video is I Am Bored of D Machine. And bored is in all caps. And you want to know what map you do not see at all in the entire video? In the entire 16-minute video? Oh, you guessed it. There's not going to be a lot of D Machine gameplay. Or even me talking about what the title means. It's hella clickbaity. But that's because everyone's typing D Machine into their search bars. But it's also not quite clickbaity because for the Mama Back video, the thumbnail literally said how to defeat the Mama Back. The thumbnail for this upcoming video says, imagine playing Tagged or Toten in 2020, and it's a deep-fried picture of Marlton with the laughing emojis and like the 100 emoji. So that one, I guess, doesn't give the impression that I'm going to be playing D Machine. It might give the impression that I'm talking about it. But it is a little clickbaity nonetheless. But it's still fun. So the thing is, like I said, I just started editing last week, and that was the product that came of it. And I was happy, and I was like, oh, I should do this often, not just a one-time thing. So I said I'm gonna upload weekly videos of stream highlights or whatever. So I have my video coming this Friday. I had it finished. I finished the video on Sunday. And I was like, do I release the video now since I already have it done and then start working on the next video, or do I release it Friday and actually stick to the schedule that I literally just made up 2 days ago? And I decided to actually stick to the schedule because I think weekly uploads will be comfortable, because right now I'm not in school, and you know, even if I was in school, I'd be going into my break. But when I go back to school in February, I did schedule it. It's already uploaded. I just, oh shit. Yeah, exactly. That's my plan. Is to just like, so I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have a schedule and just upload when I get good content. But I think it'll be good because in the future, when I don't know what my schedule will look like, I might be busy with school. I might like not be able to stream or whatever. I might have a hard time editing. So once a week is a comfortable limit where I can be like, all right, I'm not overworking myself. And even if I don't stream a given week, if I'm incredibly busy, I can take an old stream and just pump out at least one video. And I can spam record stuff. Because I am going to stream 4 times a week. Streaming is a lot less effort, you know. Editing, there's a lot of creativity that goes into it. There's a lot of thinking about what jokes I want to include. And what I've discovered with the last 2 videos, or with the upcoming video and with the last video, is how do I take a stream that's a few hours long and cut it down to a watchable amount of time. Like, you know, for even 30 minutes to me felt a little long. How do I cut it down to 15 minutes when I streamed for 3, 4, 6, 12 hours? And that's what I'm going to learn how to do, really. But the fact that I'm streaming all the time will just give me enough content to work with that I can pump out 1 video a week. It'll be good if I'm consistent. I'd rather be consistent than to have more content. I'd rather be consistent than pump out a bunch of content at a time than have to I don't know where that sentence is going. You show parts where you aren't sitting at the window. The 4 Scorpions, thanks for the follow. We are 1 follower away from 1,800. That's exciting. How's it going, man? But yeah, I think sticking to a schedule will be better for growth than having more content, in my opinion. Because I'm saying, these are my 4 days that I'm streaming, this is the 1 day that I'm uploading, so that people know what to expect. People will say, oh, it's Tuesday, Jordan's streaming, because that's my schedule. Oh, it's Friday, Jordan's got a new video coming out, because that's my schedule. And people don't have to ask. People won't be like, oh, I wonder when he's going to upload again. And then, you know, if I miss a Friday, I'll let you guys know. Like, hey, I'm not going to be able to upload by a given date. This is something that I take after, if you guys watch Scott the Woz, he's like a Nintendo YouTuber. Not necessarily just Nintendo, but he uploads like gaming, not commentary videos, because it's not like him playing games, but it's like, I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, look up Scott the Woz. He's very funny. He's very good. But one thing you'll notice, he uploads a video every Sunday. And every single time he has to miss an upload, he'll post a long apology saying, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry, I'm going to miss this Sunday deadline, but I promise it'll be there by Tuesday." And he's so upfront about when he's going to upload and when he's going to miss uploads. And I think when I'm building up my base, there's this consistency, and then I can be like, hey, this is, like, I can't make today's stream, I can't make today's video because of this, but I'm going to reschedule it. People will know when to expect it. When you know when someone's going to upload, you're looking for it. Like every Sunday, I'm like, oh, I wonder when Scott the Woz's video is going to come out. And then it does. Ammo run this round? Maybe. Can I keep my shield? Also maybe. Yeah, but like for a live stream like this, when I would be turning it into a highlight. Yeah.
My bathing suits.
Oh. Yeah, you can take any one of them. If not, they should be in the laundry basket. All right, there you go. That's why you always save a little bit of ammo on the rocket launcher. I didn't want to launch there, but that was weird. No, it's fine because I have a shield. Whatever. Wouldn't have had a shield otherwise. I might have died. Winter's Whale coming in clutch. Shout out to Winter's Whale. Now I don't have to buy a shield. Oh, yeah. Winter's Whale is definitely a gem. That would have been a death if I didn't have Winter's Whale. There is a screenshot feature on PlayStation 4. One of the funniest things is on PlayStation 4, there's a screenshot feature, and you can clip a moment. You can clip the last 15 minutes and then edit it down to as short as you want and upload it directly or save it directly. And I think Xbox is the same thing. You can literally say, Xbox, record that, and it'll record the last 30 seconds. You can literally take, like, or you could say Xbox screenshot that, and it will do that. And I don't even know about PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, but I highly doubt they've gotten rid of those features. Nice. It does take quite a bit to actually charge up the Ragnaroks. That's what I'm noticing. Like, it takes a lot of shotgun ammo. Yeah, there's a screenshot feature. People will post and they'll be like, oh, sorry for the bad quality. And I'm like, I can't even read what round you're on. Yeah. I'll have to do a couple more ammo trades to really make sure that I'm, like, comfortable. But if I feel that I'm comfortable by the time I get to 200, this is the world record. I'm calling it here. Yeah, I think the hard part about taking a stream like this and turning it into stream highlights is I basically have to listen through the whole thing and every time that I'm talking, decide, is my conversation that I'm having worthy of being in the video? This one's not, because this is like hella meta commentary about how to make a video. This is probably not going to be in the video. Or maybe it is because I'm acknowledging that it's not. Ooh, I don't know. I can already see it now. I'm going to put like a stock photo of a guy winking right over it. Who knows?
If I get out of this, I swear I'll change my ways.
But when I stream for 5 hours, or I think today is going to be like a 4-hour stream, I have to go through all of it and decide, alright, which commentary am I keeping, which commentary am I not? And the other question is, am I even going to turn this stream into a highlight? Because what is, gameplay-wise, what is really highlightable? This isn't me hitting the world record. This is, like, me 200 rounds away from the world record, just kind of grinding it out. It's not visually entertaining, unless people really enjoy watching this strategy over and over, but I should save it for the world record montage. The setup, on the other hand, which, another spoiler alert about Friday's video, it's the stream highlight of the first 100 rounds, so a majority of the stream, or a majority of the video, highlights the restarts that I did for Perfect Box, and it highlights just setting up.
Fetch me their soul.
For me, the most fun strategies to watch are Horde Kill Repeat strategies. Shadows of Evil is fun. For me, the most fun to watch are Horde Kill Repeat strategies. Like, I enjoy watching Ascension. I enjoy watching Shangri-La a lot because it's Horde Kill Repeat, but there's spawn control too. And even though it's the same thing, it's just really entertaining. I think there's a reason why Black Ops 1 with these Horde Kill Repeat strategies got popular. I don't enjoy watching, like, Black Ops 3 Deadwire strategies, especially not Revelations. Yeah, it's very risky. It's interesting how they discovered all the best ways to spawn control and, like, keep all the zombies behind you. Let me think. Transit is kind of because to me, it's like the Deadwire strategy where you're just kind of hoarding up and killing a few zombies at a time, except it's slower because you're not killing 9 zombies at a time, you're killing like 3 or 4. Maybe more than that, but... Die Rise is pretty interesting. when you watch speed runs of Die Rise for the first 100 rounds, it's kind of like exciting to see the 100 speed run. He doesn't just run the shaft strategy the way you'd expect it to. Like, he sets it up in such a way that there's not just one chain, there's two separate chains. One where the zombies are exploding next to the left window, one where they're exploding next to the right window. And it's really cool how he does it, because he's always jumping up to continue both of the chains. You can see what I mean if you watch the world record. Mob of the Dead can be interesting because it's also a horde kill repeat strategy, but with like a camping portion, and there's the added Hell's Retriever portion. Buried isn't very interesting, but the newest strategy that just came out is a lot more interesting. The roulette strategy. Origins is alright. It's more interesting past round 100. For Black Ops 2 at least. When you start having to conserve ammo and you're like, oh, what is he gonna do? Because he's got no ammo.
Only Marlton had been part of that.
Shadows of Evil is fun to watch. Horizon is not that fun to watch. Zetsubo is not that fun to watch. Gorat Trophy is very not fun to watch. Revelations is very not fun to watch. The Giant is actually kind of fun to watch. Because even though it is your typical, like, AAT strategy, triple AATs is really unique. Especially when you're a new player, it's exciting to be like, it's exciting to be the player who learns about trade outs for the first time. Because you're like, there's no way he's gonna hit the box to get his weapon back. That's absurd. But he does.
I took a wrong turn.
That was a quick round. At least that felt really quick.
No, the ammo industrial complex designs these things to flow through their product.
Black Ops 4. 9. I don't like 9 for the reason that it's very, like, thrown together. Right now, there is no consistent strategy for 9 that works forever. Obviously, the Flooded Crypts is the 100 speedrun strat, but the world record just kind of runs around and hits whatever traps are near him. There's no consistency to it. So 9 is awful to watch, because all he does is just run around, sometimes grab the shield. Voyage of Despair, also not that exciting, because he just kind of sits there and he buys more ammo. Blood of the Dead is pretty interesting, because that's another horde kill repeat strategy with a camping portion. It basically plays exactly like Mob of the Dead, but faster. Classified also feels a little thrown together. It's more consistent than 9 is, but like there's no real best way to play the strategy. It's just kind of like hit the trap, then run downstairs, then run back upstairs and hit the trap. Dead of the Night is the epitome of games that are terrible to watch. If you've seen my 257 game or any remnants of it. I'm gonna get a new shield. Is that a brain rot zombie? Yeah, it is. It's weird how the brain rot just sometimes randomly. Ancient Evil's very fun to watch because there's a lot of diversity in what you use. With the Pegasus Strike and the Specialist and the Hand and the Shield and the this thing and the Helium Salvo. Alpha Omega is also very thrown together, not fun to watch. Tagger Toten. Well, what do you think? Is this fun to watch? I don't know. It's exciting seeing how fast they can kill the zombies. By they, I guess I mean me. Because it's a very fast strategy. I enjoy playing it, that's for sure. It's very gratifying because what was I gonna say? It's very gratifying because it's like you go through the rounds so quickly. Even on round 137, the rounds are like 3 minutes. And then D Machine. I haven't been enjoying watching D Machine actually, because it always seems very sketch.
Come on, Rick Toppen, you could have warned me that was coming.
Some things are best the hard way, Sammy.
Let's see if I can get a max ammo. Yeah. And I don't even have the Thunder Gun right now either. Like, people run the Thunder Gun, the Tundra Gun. That's even more tools. I thought about running Mule Kick and then going Thunder Gun, this thing, and Shotgun. And I decided against it because I thought that Winter's Wail would be a lot safer. Because for this strategy is optimized right now. It doesn't need to be optimized further yet because the world record doesn't use it. So as long as I use this strategy, even without, like, optimized meaning Bandolier Bandit, even without Bandolier Bandit or without Mule Kick, I'll still get the world record probably significantly faster than he did. That's convenient. I didn't even see that max ammo. Or even hear it. This is a little controversial because people hate Black Ops 4 perks, but I want some of the Black Ops 4 exclusive perks to return. I don't know why Deadshot came back over Mule Kick. I think that Stone Cold Stronghold would be really cool in Cold War. People would love Stone Cold Strongholds. I think Time Slip would be really cool in Cold War. Actually, Time Slip doesn't have that much of a use anymore. Give Time Slip a use. Put it in Cold War. Because there's... don't put it in Cold War. There's no traps. You don't need to hit the mystery box faster. And Pack Punch has no animation. And Speed Cola already charges your specialist faster. How's it going, Giant Glycogen? Old perks are coming back. Yeah, I know. So rumor has it, it's Mule Kick, PhD, Double Tap, and Tombstone. Tombstone does not excite me. Double Tap does not excite me because this would be Double Tap 1.0. Unless they are going to double the damage, which... Like, why does the rarity system exist if you're going to double the damage? PhD is fine because no ray gun self-damage. Mule Kick is fine. Tombstone concerns me because Tombstone was not a good perk. Here's the problem with Tombstone. Is that it encourages you to kill yourself. It would be better if they brought it back and they did not include the coward's way out. Actually, I don't think they can. Because wouldn't the coward's way out interfere with the self-revives? Maybe not, but I don't know. But Tombstone, all it does... Yeah, you die and you get what? Your perks back? The way everyone else says, oh, you die and you get your guns back, and I'm like, no, you kill yourself. You let your teammates deal with the whole round and you get your perks back. Because I'm willing to bet that at least 85% of the time, and I'm talking about Transit Town, or just Transit in Town, I'm willing to bet that 85% of the time, if you don't take the coward's way out, your teammates will revive you. Especially on Town. Like, it's not that hard to revive your teammate. And they could have made it so that if you bleed fully out, you keep your guns, but they introduced the coward's way out. So what people do is they want to keep their perks. So they just kill themselves and don't even give their teammates a chance to revive them. And for that entire round, you're just making your teammates do all the work. And you're not even helping. And that's what bothered me about Tombstone, is that it encourages you to just die and not help your teammates. And yeah, I guess it is helpful in the event that they don't revive you and that you do bleed out, because you'll keep your stuff. But they should have made it so that there's no coward's way out, and that even if you get revived by your teammate before bleeding out, you keep your perks. And then it would have been a good perk. And with Cold War, with the perk decay system, you still keep 3 perks. So it's not like you're gonna get up with nothing. Because you still have to go to the bathroom. I mean, if you were on public match, maybe. But if you're on public match, maybe. But like, you could just as easily go to your teammates and be like, "Yo, protect me! I gotta piss." But if you're playing with your friends, or if you're playing with a co-op partner, do the old tried and true save a crawler. Go piss. Even so, that's such a like a minute thing. What happened to Vulturade? I don't know. I think Vulturade is kind of replaced by the minimap. That's why I would argue against it. I mean, that and Who's Who. They ignore Who's Who, too. Who's Who's also controversial, but that could have been a good perk. Who's Who is an easy contender because you make it so that your doppelganger spawns in with your weapons and perks, and you can revive yourself. You know, that was the only complaint people had. The only reason why people say Who's Who is bad is because you spawn in with nothing. Use your crystals, make it so you spawn in with all of your weapons, and you're fine. And then Who's Who's overpowered. Vulturade, I think, could be incorporated some... Then why would you revive yourself? Why would you revive... They could make it so that if you don't revive yourself, you bleed out, you lose everything. So, like, your goal is to revive yourself. You have 45 seconds, and if you don't revive yourself, you're dead. But you get all your weapons and stuff. But that's a good point. If you spawned in with all your stuff, you wouldn't revive yourself. You would just stay in your new body. Are you cheating or something? No, I'm not cheating. Yeah. Maybe if they made it so that it's like a 45-second timer to revive yourself, or you lose everything. But then is it really that useful? I guess it actually probably is. It's not useful in solo then, because self revives work better. Yeah, I don't know. Let's not talk about Who's Who. Let's ignore it like Treyarch does. Vulturade, though, they could definitely incorporate it somehow with the salvage, but at the same time, so the biggest effects were like the biggest effects were the little drops of ammo and stuff that you get, the ammo and the point drops. But you already get ammo drops. Yeah, they can make it so you get point drops, but you already get ammo drops, plus you get the salvage and the armor. So that feature kind of becomes redundant unless they made it drop more, but I don't know. How do you incorporate that with the fact that one player could have Vulturade, not the rest of you? So you all can reap the rewards. Okay, so ignore that feature. Then the second feature is being able to see things through walls. And I believe that's negated by the minimap, because the minimap actually does show you the locations of everything, including perks, the mystery box. And the minimap arguably works better than what Vulturade allowed you to see on Buried. Third thing that Vulturade did was the gas cloud that made you invisible to zombies. But do you know what also had a gas cloud that made you invisible to zombies? And yes, this is going to be controversial, but Zombshell. I feel like it would be less weird to bring back Zombshell and buff the ability that the gas cloud has, like its ability to kill zombies and its ability to hide you. It would be less weird to do that than to bring back Vulturade but cut two of its core features. Because how would they reincorporate it except for make salvage and all those drops even more present? But, like, they're already very present. It's not that hard to have enough salvage for everything. Maybe in the early game, but, like, by the time you've already bought all of your perks, you don't need any more salvage, really. You're not going to have Vulture in the early game. It is a cool design, though. So, yeah, I don't know. That's how I feel about it, at least. Yeah, I like that each Black Ops 2 map introduced a new perk. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Because people kind of got fed up with the same 9 perks being on every Black Ops 3 map. It was fine on DE, because DE was the first map where we saw the return of Electric Cherry, and we were like, oh yay, Electric Cherry! Still had no jingle, still had no perk machine. But then Zetsubo, and we were like, oh, Electric Cherry again. Still had no jingle, still had no perk machine, still had no way to get it from the Wonder Fizz. Why did it even exist on that map? They couldn't have stuck a machine somewhere? Like they made you get it from the fruit? And then Gorod had the same 9 perks. And then Revelations had the same 9 perks. Why did they even bother putting the Wonder Fizz on Revelations too? Nobody uses it. I never understood why Wonder Fizz was on Revelations. Because they could have just as easily removed all of the Wonder Fizz locations and just replaced them with Electric Cherry and Deadshot, which are the only 2 perks that are Wonder Fizz exclusive on that map. They decided to give Widow's Wine a machine. Why didn't they give Widow's Wine a machine in the other maps? But why did they in Revelations? The only thing you can get out of the Wonder Fizz on that map is, or the only thing that's Wonder Fizz exclusive is Electric Cherry and Deadshot. So why bother? Just put Electric Cherry and Deadshot on the map. It's in Kino. It's where Kino's Pack-a-Punch used to be. In the projector room. They didn't bother to give Widow's Wine a machine on any other map besides Shadows, but Revelations, they're like, alright, let's just give Widow's Wine a machine. Because we have room for it. But why did they not bother with Deadshot or Electric Cherry? Never understood that, really.
I need some backup here. Any volunteers?
Don't look at me.
PhD, yeah, that's true. So the troll PhD on Die Rise, I think was really funny.
Buddy!
Because that was the whole point. Because PhD would make Dire Eyes so easy. Everyone thought that map would have PhD. So to troll it there, that was good. To do it on Mob made a little less sense. Because PhD wouldn't really have been used anyway. Actually, it might have. Because you use Mustang and... Some people use Mustang and Sally's. Some people use them on Grief, actually. Not on Mob of the Dead. But like for the ray gun and for the at the time there was no ray gun Mark II, so for the ray gun and for the acid gat it would have been nice. But I don't know if it would have been more used than double tap. It didn't need to be on Origins, really. Like, there's nowhere you can dolphin dive. And there's nothing you need to be shielded from explosion damage for. I wish it just had a normal machine unburied. But, and I get with the whole but because they wanted it to be a perma-perk for some reason. But I think the problem with that really,
Ammo would sound pretty darn sweet right about now.
it doesn't have any difference, except you don't have fall damage immunity. You can still take fall damage even with the perma-perk. Which would be the best part. For buried, at least.
I'm up to my neck in caffeine over here.
Oh, they're gonna break my shield. Maybe I'll get a carpenter.
Part of that.
I got a carpenter. Yeah, you lose it when you take too much fall damage. But here's the thing. I know they wanted it to be a perma-perk, but it's the only perma-perk to only exist on one of the 3 maps. Every perma-perk can be transferred throughout except for that one. And why not that one? Because they couldn't have put it on Dire Eyes. So why did they bother making it a perma-perk if it was only on that map? They could have just put the machine in. There's a lot of them that like have little use or are very hard to obtain. Red insta-kills. So if for 2 insta-kills in a row you do not kill any zombies, so for 2 insta-kills straight you have to kill no zombies, then the next insta-kill you get, you'll have red insta-kill. And what red insta-kill does is for 10 seconds, any zombie that touches you dies. Like, you don't even have to do damage to them. As long as they touch you, they die. And the way that you lost it was by getting hit by a zombie. But if you got hit by a zombie during the entire duration of the insta-kill, you lost it. Not just during the red insta-kill. So the red insta-kill lasts 10 seconds of every insta-kill. But the red insta-kill lasts for 10 seconds. And the regular insta-kill lasts for 30. So even after the red insta-kill's done, if you get hit during the regular insta-kill, you still lose it. But it requires you to sacrifice 2 insta-kills to get it. And it's really not worth it, because there's no time where you're like... There's no time where you're like running up against zombies to the point where they're not hitting you, but you are gonna kill them with red insta-kill, you know? Why do they eat through my shield with this strategy? What can I do to prevent that? The Tombstone perma perk, if you get 4 perks before round 4, you get the Tombstone perma perk. And what that does is when you go down, you only lose 1 perk instead of losing all of your perks. You lose the last perk you got or Quick Revive. You lose Quick Revive, then if you don't have Quick Revive, you lose the last perk you received. The way you lose it is by going down without having any perks. And that one was overpowered. Especially on solo, because you could get up from being down and have all of your perks but Quick Revive, so you just get Quick Revive back. But you already have Jug, so you're in a comfortable spot. This isn't going to be a double ammo run, is it?
Running low on bullets. Seriously? Already? Which way's the exit?
This might be. But that was even more overpowered than Tombstone. Because if you have that, you don't even need Tombstone.
I'm really trying not to take that personally.
Double pistol. I never understood that one. You empty out your whole pistol, and then you get double points on the pistol, but you lose it if you get a pistol kill.
That was for you.
Jesus. Shout out to Winter's Whale, man. Winter's Whale was a move, that's for sure. How do I get them to not hit my shields during this strategy? Is it the dogs hitting my shield, or is it the zombies? Maybe if I shoot them more dead on? No, it's when I reload. Look at that, because when I have to reload, and there's like a split second where more zombies are coming out of the window.
Cryopod's looking pretty good right about now.
That's round.
Look out below! Don't know what's worse. That I'm surrounded, or that it's making me hungry.
I think... Yeah, that's probably right. Black Ops 1 Mustang and Sally's feels so good.
Only Marlton had been part of that.
Cold War are monkeys or decoys better? Decoys are faster, but monkeys distract them for significantly longer. So it depends, like, decoys are good for getting you out of a tight spot, But monkeys are better for after you've gotten out of the tight spot for keeping them occupied. Yo, shout out to Winter's Whale, man. Like, not gonna lie, that was the move. I like them for getting me out of the tough spots, but once I'm out, they're bad because they don't distract the zombies for long enough for me to recover. Like, I want decoys for when I'm trying to escape the penthouse, but I want monkeys for after I've escaped. I want decoys for escaping the penthouse. I want monkeys for after I've escaped. And am now buying my self-revive back, or buying my perks back, or whatever, because monkeys distract them for twice as long. Yeah, I know. I'm disappointed they patched that out, because that would have made decoys better, no question. Because you can't escape the penthouse with monkeys. You can with decoys. But you can't really fiddle around with the crafting table with decoys. You can with monkeys.
I'm up to my neck in dead meat over here.
So I usually kind of switch. I've been using decoys more lately, but I think there's arguments for both, and I might try monkeys next time. Yeah, it's definitely helpful. That's one thing I do like, is that you don't have to go through the old Wonder Fizz animation, where it just kind of cycles through every perk and gives you a random one. You can just buy all of them at once and drink them all at once. Oh, I'm not going to have enough to charge this, am I? Alright, I'm getting into territory where I have to do multiple ammo runs per round. I didn't throw Wraith Fire. Oops. Oh well. There's a dog right on my tail. Yep. Yeah. But I like that, but I also cannot stand menuing. And there's so much of it. Like, you want to use the crafting table, you have to go through a bunch of menus to find what you want. You have to know where it is, otherwise it's going to take you forever to find it.
Only Marlton has been part of that.
And I really hate that aspect. That you shouldn't have to open up the menu mid-game and kind of read through all the options. Is Elemental Pop bad? It's not great. It's not like, it doesn't hurt you in any way, but it's not that helpful. Because it only ever so often activates AATs, and AATs themselves are kind of useless in this game. They really don't do anything. So, like, the only effect is just activating AATs. So it's really kind of pointless because it does nothing. Which is exactly what I expected, really. If it was Black Ops 3, Elemental Pop would be OP. Especially because it activates AATs on non-pack-a-punch weapons. They do exactly what you expect them to do, except weaker than ever before. There's Deadwire, Brain Rot, Blast Furnace, or is it called Napalm Burst? And Cryo Freeze. They do exactly what you expect them to do, but these are their worst iterations ever. Like, they usually only kill the zombie that they're being activated on. Brain Rot does the most damage, but it only kills like 3 or 4 zombies. It's just like Black Ops 4, really. But I think people have been saying Deadwire's the best. I think Brain Rot... So Brain Rot is good because it gets the most kills. Because you can Brain Rot... Like, if you think about the Penthouse, you can Brain Rot a zombie that's far in the back. And it'll kill the zombies down at the other end from the third spawn. But kill the other zombies, like 3 or 4 of them. But Deadwire has the effect of like slowing down the spawns that are climbing up. And the others don't really do much. Doing co-op, and the bad player didn't understand that I needed his Ring of Fire to expend. Oh yeah. Co-op with someone you know, or like public matches? Okay. This strategy, or not this strategy, this map almost makes me wish that the original Call of the Dead also had the facility. Not that we would have used it much, but it just would have been so cool to have like an expansion. And to have more zip lines and more flingers that we could use. Because the facility isn't even, like, visible on Call of the Dead. But I'm kind of looking at... It looks really cool up there on the mountains. And you're like, wow, that's so far away, but you can actually go up there. This is actually a big map when you think about it. The facility's far away. The facility is, like, plane on top of the Dead distance. Or, not plane, bridge. That's convenient.
Fetch me their souls.
Probably play for another hour today, maybe a little longer. Want some relaxing time, and then later I'm going to see some college friends. Like, look at that. It's actually really cool. And I like being up there and looking down at the entire map. You can really see the scale of it. You can't even see that from up here, which is where you used to be able to see the scale of the map on Call of the Dead.
Only Marlton has been part of that.
I feel like my Arsenal Accelerator really isn't doing anything. At least I know on this game it hardly does anything. But like, I feel like it's doing even less than normal. That time it did a little more. Oh, right. Forgot I had the Ragnaroks. What was I gonna do? I forget.
Don't know what's worse. That I'm surrounded. Or that it's making me hungry.
I'll like pay attention to the screen a little bit more. That's what I need to do. Yeah, I was about to look something up, and now I completely forgot what it was.
If I get out of this thing square, I'll change my ways.
Hurry! Or soon, this is close.
Nice. Making good progress. Hopefully I can get a max ammo soon. Somebody's car alarm has been going off outside for like... I don't even know how long. Every stream. Once per stream.
Don't look at me.
I've always wanted to become famous, you know? That's how every famous person does it. They just buy followers. Buy followers from these websites. That's how the websites are able to get so many... Those aren't bots. Those are just like people. They're interns. That's how they get so many interns. Because these websites are even bigger than Twitch. They steal like 90% of Twitch's revenue. Because every big content creator just pays for followers. Yeah, I know. I've been view-botted. I've never been follow-botted, but I've been view-botted a bunch of times back in the day. Like, I'd just be streaming and suddenly I have 150 viewers, and I'm like, huh. That's new. Definitely grew quite a bit in those streams, though. Wasn't complaining. What's that? All for a nuke? You make me go through all of that for a nuke?
No, the ammo industrial complex designs these things to blow through their product.
You made me think I was gonna get something worthwhile, like a max ammo. At least I didn't die, but I came close. Yeah, they're like, I didn't even think they get more cracked than this game, but Cold War, they got so cracked. It's a good thing I ran Winter's Whale. I'm glad I made that decision. Even in a situation like that. Winter's Whale coming in clutch. Yeah, I feel so comfortable with doing the ammo runs though, but like I think this might be world record. I'll have to see, because there's a difference between being so comfortable for 6 hours and being so comfortable for 100 hours. But as long as I pace myself. There's the max ammo. How long does world record take to get? So the current world record by Intuit Scott took him 100 hours. And he played a strategy that is significantly slower than this one. I'll probably be saving upwards of 20 hours, if not more, for world record. And weirdly enough, I'm not even playing it the most optimal way you can. So, I don't know exactly how long it'll be, but if I grind it out a ton over the, like, later this week, over the weekend, maybe we'll see world record by next week, but maybe 2 weeks from now. It's a guaranteed record as long as I stay alive. Maybe this weekend I will grind it out a ton. just might. I'll see. Why am I using this? I have no idea. I have full ammo on my rocket launcher.
Only Marlton has been part of that.
Didn't want them to break my shields.
Rushman!
You know, it's fine. Because I'm going to make it through the round without having to do an ammo run anyway. So I can buy a new shield.
Almost my very last clean pair of underwear.
Yeah, definitely making it through the round.
There's some folks here to see you.
Have I ever gotten the Mars Easter egg? I have not, nor have I ever tried for it. Didn't they remove it as an achievement? Didn't they make it so it's no longer an achievement? To me, it's one of those things that, like, it would be cool if I got it, but did I do all the Black Ops 4 Easter eggs? I've done none of the Black Ops 4 Easter eggs. I didn't have an interest in doing Blood of the Dead because it looked really complicated. Blood of the Dead is a lot more complicated than every Black Ops 3 Easter egg. And for a similar reason, I didn't feel like doing Voyage of Despair or 9. So I was like, alright, Gordo, thanks for the follow. That's 1,800 followers, let's go. Anyway, I was saying, I didn't feel like doing the previous Easter eggs, so I was like, alright, I'll go back and do them when all the DLCs are released, if there's like a really good reward. Because I'm sure there'll be some sort of super Easter egg like they've always done. There was no super Easter egg, so I was like, alright, I don't really care. So I just never did them. I saw the endings, like I watched other people complete it. I'll get around to it eventually. What's the most annoying Black Ops 3 Easter egg? Definitely Gorod. Definitely Gorod. Round 149, that's correct. We're about 200 rounds away from my goal. Just over 200 rounds. You're my 1,800 follower. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Actually, I should have used these shots before I left, but it's okay.
That's right, meatheads. Stullinger the Destroyer has come for you.
ZNS, the entire Easter egg's just the setup. Yeah. Even if you're not running the strategy that's down in the Easter egg room, you have to do almost the entire Easter egg to get set up. There's only 3 steps. It's getting the cogs and doing the, it's getting the cogs and doing the boss fights. The whole rest of setting up on the map is the rest of the Easter egg. And setting up takes, because you need the upgraded KT4, you need to do the spider boss fight. I like the spider boss fight as a concept, honestly, because it's the only map to have 2 boss fights. Actually, Revelations had 2 boss fights. That's not entirely true. But it's really cool that they implemented that. It's, like, I like the spider boss. you give me max ammo now. DE isn't that bad. SOE isn't that bad. Yeah, I would say without a doubt, Revelations is the easiest by far. Because Revelations, I think, has the least setup. It's all RNG, because you have to get early Apothecant Servant. But what's the first step of Revelation? Oh yeah, the Keeper. You know, it's all RNG because you need to get the Apothecant Servant, and Thundergun helps significantly. But I don't think many people have problems getting the Apothecant Servant for Thundergun at all. Like, it's usually pretty easy to get those. So that's really the hardest part about Revelations. The rest is just consistent steps. There's no RNG. Gorod Krovi has a bunch of tough steps. Black Ops 2 has the easiest Easter eggs, by far. There are steps that are hard, but no, buried. That's really annoying if you have a bad team. Like, if your team doesn't know what they're doing, you're not getting through that step. It's awful. But if you have a team that knows what they're doing, you get through that step in 3 minutes. 150. Origins Easter egg isn't hard, it's just tedious. I hate that they make you build all 4 staffs, even on solo. Because doing that Easter egg solo is really tedious. And there's RNG There's RNG with building the ice staff. There's RNG with getting specific robots. A good Easter egg involves little RNG. Because that's what makes a good speedrun too. There's RNG on Black Ops 3 that is negated by the Fire Staff glitch on Black Ops 2. But still, like, it just makes it even more annoying on Black Ops 3. Good Easter eggs have little RNG. That's the truth. Moon solo. Moon was never designed to be a solo Easter egg. I don't know why they made it completable solo. Because Moon is not soloable on Black Ops 1. I don't know why they changed it. And weirdly enough with that change, they made it so that on solo you only play as Richtofen. And that's such a weird way of going about it. They could have just gone the DE route. So if you remember on Dryzen, if Richtofen's not in your game, you'll hear Richtofen over the intercom talking to Dr. Groff. And that way you can continue because Richtofen will talk to you. But for whatever reason, on Moon, instead of just having Richtofen talk to you through the PA system, you just always play as Richtofen. That wasn't a thing on Black Ops 1 Moon. They made it so that on co-op, Richtofen was always in the game, but on solo, you could be anyone, because the Easter egg wasn't solo completable. And I don't know why they changed that. Because now, you get people trying to complete the Easter egg on solo, where you have to trade out between Gershes and QEDs 50 times. And people complain about RNG. Rightfully so, because when you're hitting the box for like 6 different things to swap out equipment, RNG can be a bitch. I want you to let me fill it before I leave. Because I'm going to get more ammo, unless you give me a max ammo. But let's see if I can fill it. I think I'll be able to fill it. Oh yeah, easily.
Crossman! I'm a little outnumbered here, buddy. It's got a minute.
But RNG is the worst part about doing the moon Easter egg solo. The RNG is the worst part about any Easter egg. Really. You want to design a good Easter egg? Have little RNG. DE has no RNG. There's no reason for you to hit the box. There's no RNG related to the steps. Or at least no RNG that makes you have to, like, restart for better times or anything. Zetsubo is all just tedious. It's a balance of not being too tedious but not being too easy and having little RNG. Call of the Dead is an example of an Easter egg that would be on the too easy side of the spectrum. Yeah, the wisp step is about it. But it's just finding the wisps, and you know the locations. It's not like it's just going to spawn literally everywhere. Gorod Krovi, on the other hand, the Mangler step and the Gersh step, they can spawn literally everywhere. And I know they're not that hard to track down because Gorod Krovi is a small map, but you gotta do some running sometimes. And if you don't have the best headphones, it's not easy to kind of pinpoint where Gersh is. I've failed that step plenty of times just because I have a hard time hearing him. Gorod's very annoying. It's the longest Easter egg, and it has the hardest boss fight of all time. Without a doubt. Fighting Nikolai is extremely hard. He's really powerful. Takio is not powerful at all. And the Keeper is pretty easy to take down, because it doesn't really do much damage to you. Oh yeah. It's amazing that in the middle of Black Ops 4's life cycle, they had to release a patch for that because so many people complained. But I do find it funny that the community actually managed to get a response like that out of them. I didn't think we would get anything done. I thought that Easter egg would be a rip. And high rounds on that map would be a rip, because high rounds requires you to do the Easter egg. Because the strategy right now is so hard that getting a world record without unlimited quick revives is pretty much impossible. When did you get there? I'm not going to be able to make use out of you. But I'm glad they fixed it at least, because it makes Gorod high rounds more achievable. A little more achievable, because it's an incredibly broken map and an incredibly annoying map to play. And that's why nobody plays it except for Dabble and Humping. Oh, I don't have any wreath fires.
Even worse than when I urinate. I swear it's like lava some days.
I hear that dog scurrying behind me. Yeah, I heard you.
Just call me Samuel Thunderclap Sullinger.
I knew a max ammo was about to come. I thought about staying and using my rocket launcher, but I want to have a safeguard in case something goes wrong while I'm doing an ammo run. And I only have 4 shots, so there was no guarantee I could force it out. But, oh well.
Hey, Marlton! There's some folks here to see you!
I do have to say the shotgun strat's actually really fun. Let me think. What other Easter eggs exist? Oh yeah, we didn't talk about transit diaries buried. So buried, the tedious part is the last step.
Right about now.
Talk about Shang in a second. I want to give my 2 cents on transit and die rise. The tedious part is the last step, obviously, because that's just, if you have a terrible team, you're gonna spend 2 hours on that. Otherwise, it's easy if they know what they're doing beforehand. But the rest of the Easter egg goes by really quickly. Die Rise and Transit are the easiest Easter eggs by far. I think maybe only Call of the Dead is easier. Call of the Dead is super easy, but Transit and Die Rise are so easy. 4 steps each. And that's why the world record for those maps is like 6 minutes. With both sides. And then Shang's a little tough. Because there's a lot that can go wrong. Especially back in the Black Ops 1 days. But if you have a bad teammate, doing the step with where you have to save the napalm zombie can be really hard.
Here, I'll change my way.
Hurry. Oh, sorry. I need to call.
Ascension's pretty easy. Yeah, I wish there was a better reward for it. There's no achievement. On Black Ops 1, all you get is a 90-second death machine. So really, the only incentive you have to actually do it is storyline. On Black Ops 3, at least it gives you all the perks, but come on, let's be real, it's Black Ops 3, Mega Gums. Typically, unless you're specifically speedrunning, typically when you do Easter eggs, you just use whatever gums you have. Like, you'll use Megas. Unless you're specifically speedrunning a classic or a no-gum category. And I think that holds true for Ascension. Like, more often than not, people have their perks before doing the Easter egg. So giving all the perks as a reward, and they're not even permanent perks like Moon or Gorod, it kind of makes it not worth it. Shang has an interesting reward that it gives permanent perks to only the player that got the focusing stone. It is nice, but so is the Thunder Gun. When you have an upgraded Thunder Gun, you could take out all the Margwa heads you need without even running out of ammo. Thundercrap.
I need some backup here. Any volunteers?
Don't look at me.
Path of Sarah should have been the specialist. I think the Apothecant Sword should have been the specialist. I don't know. I don't know why they made it a normal weapon. It was supposed to be an Easter egg because it was supposed to be Takio's Katana. But I think they should have called it Takio's Katana and not the Path of Sorrows. Because it makes it seem like they ripped it directly out of multiplayer, which they did. They could have ripped it directly out of multiplayer and said Takio's Katana. People would have been like, no way. But I think it should have been the Apothecant Sword. I get why they went with gravity spikes, though, because of a couple reasons. Or, you know, Ragnarok's. But one, because they're gravity spikes and we're in space. And people will make that association. They're like, oh, gravity spikes, space, that's cool. Which doesn't make sense because there's no low gravity environments except for Horizon. That doesn't count. I'm surprised they didn't do any low gravity. I'm surprised they didn't do any nods to moon, even though you're in space. They could have done a moon nod. They could have had Griffin Station as the spawn room or something. Or they could have added No Man's Land or something like that. And I felt like, even though there were so many nods to previous maps, there could have been even more. But I think Apothecant Sword should have been it. I wish that the Chronicles maps got new specialists. I wish that they didn't all have the Annihilator. And now I can understand why they didn't want to introduce an OP specialist. Like, if we had Ascension with the Skull of Nansapwe, then it would be too overpowered. It would be completely game-breaking. But they could have introduced other multiplayer specialists that don't do infinite damage. That stop killing at like round 30. Like they could have brought in the Purifier and just made it stop killing zombies at round 30. They could have brought in the War Machine and stopped killing zombies at round 30. They could have brought in the Scythe or the Death Machine. Actually, no, probably not the Scythe because there's already a Death Machine. They could have had, what other special? They could have had the Hive. Why not the Hive? They could have mixed it up. Instead of doing all 8 maps having the Annihilator, they could have introduced other specialist weapons that still don't do infinite damage, but just give variety. Because they had 9 to choose from in multiplayer. They could have just done regular gravity spikes, but not Ragnarok's. So, literally just make it one slam, just like it is on multiplayer. And make it stop killing at like round 30. They could have had the Sparrow. Or they could have brought in specialist abilities. Some of them would have been pretty cool. Like Psychosis, which was Reaper's ability, where he spawns in like 3 clones that run around and pretend to be him. You could have literally had Psychosis, where the zombies will chase after fake versions of you. I guess maybe not on the older maps, because that's game-breaking, but other specialists, like Heatwave.
I don't like how light my gun's starting to feel.
Or Rejack might have been OP, but maybe Rejack.
Look at the mess I made.
There's no reason they couldn't have implemented it, because it's the same system. They ported multiplayer guns into zombies all the time. And a lot of people who didn't play multiplayer would see these guns and they're like, wow, this is new. Like, I don't even remember how many people were posting videos of the Banshee and the Rift D9 on Revelations, and they're like, whoa, this is an insane new ray gun or wonder weapon. And I'm like, this was in multiplayer. They're just reusing assets because it looks cool. Yeah, it did suck. Max ammo? Not a max ammo. That's a shame. Rift D9 was cool, but it also sucked. Because of the fact that it was an energy weapon, you either got a headshot or you got an explosive kill, so you only got 50 points unless you got a headshot. So it was very bad for making points. Plus, it wasn't a wall weapon, so... People used to upgrade it, and they're like, this is the best weapon. And I'm like, you're just using dead wire, and you have no way to buy ammo. I'm like, this is not a weapon that's killing on high rounds. This is you using dead wire on a weapon with a decent amount of ammo on a low round. Knowing what the BO3 mechanics were, even before Revelations and even before Chronicles, we knew that the high round strategies would just be along the lines of buying a wall weapon near a good spot to train or camp and using AATs. That's what Ascension turned into. We knew Ascension high rounds before Ascension even came out. What's my favorite specialist from Black Ops 3? The Apothecant Sword. Because it's so cool. I love the, like, throwing it out ability, and the fact that you can use it while using other weapons. Of course. I would say Apothecant Sword is my favorite, then Skull of Mount Sapwe, then Ragnarok's, then Dragon Strike, or no, Dragon Well. Gauntlet of Siegfried, that's what it's called. Because the Gauntlet of Siegfried was the worst one. I like that they brought in the Ripper. Because it was the Ripper from multiplayer. Every specialist reused assets. A lot of things in the game reused assets. The only one that didn't was the Apothecant Sword. But everyone knows that Ragnarok's are gravity spikes. Actually, Skull of Mount Sapwe is new. But The Gauntlet of Siegfried is a Purifier combined with a Ripper. The bows were just the Sparrow redesigned. The KT-4 was just the Hive redesigned. Plus the Annihilator was not even redesigned, it was just the Annihilator. Same weapon.
I'll change my ways.
Oh, they could have included the Tempest. That would have been a cool specialist. That was the Wonderwaffe. They should have made Tempest a specialist weapon on, like, Verrückt and Shinonuma. Because you could, like, make it so it doesn't do infinite damage, but make it, like, shock the zombies, so you can have them stay in place. Combine it with the Wonderwaffe. But yeah, a lot of things were reused from multiplayer, and in a sense that made it good. Because the multiplayer was very well designed. They reused assets in the right way. They were like, oh, we don't need to design brand new bows. Let's just use all of the animations and models from the Sparrow and give it some color. That's what they did. These rounds are going very quickly.
That was for you.
Maybe I'll go to like 160 today and call it a day. Something like that. Do like 15 more minutes and then I'll need a break. I'm gonna take a break to eat dinner and then probably have a couple hours of me time before I go see my friends. And I'll stream again. I did set Wednesday as a day off, but I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow and maybe I'll decide to stream because I am enjoying this. I do want to push this record far, so maybe I will stream tomorrow. I don't know. I forgot to plug in my controller. What round did it tell me that my battery was low? I feel like I played like 40 rounds with low battery. Where it warned me I had low battery. Let me take my sweatshirt off. Plug my controller in. Oh. Maybe this is a good time to use the bathroom. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be back in like 30 seconds. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Alright, I'm back. My favorite Black Ops 4 specialist is the Viper and Dragon. I think the Chaos story had a lot of potential in its design. You have to forget about the... it's weird that I say this, but you have to forget about the story and just look at the maps. Nowhere in the Ether story would have been... like, would it have made sense canonically to have Ultimus or Primus visit an ancient temple? But it's so cool to have a zombies map in an ancient temple. Or on the Titanic. They're really cool concepts. That could have been bad. I almost hit A right there and just hit endgame. But it's too bad it kind of got swept under the rug, and we got stuck with another remake for Cold War, which is kind of bland in my opinion. 9 was a really, like, visually stunning map. And Voyage of Despair, even if it was kind of dark, it was so cool to be on not only a cruise ship on the Titanic with the iceberg, and it's a cool concept, but D Machine is just kind of knocked with a little bit of multiplayer mixed in. It kind of feels like a multiplayer map. And it's another remake. Let's not ignore that, really. People like it, but people like Classified. The shotgun I have is basically the Hauer, yeah. Wouldn't surprise me if they used this as a basis. But, you know, then again, which pump shotguns have ever really had a unique style? KRM is the answer to that question, KRM. But Black Ops 2, the, what was it called? It wasn't the S12, it was the other one. The Remington felt very similar. It had a slightly different design, but it played very similarly. Was there another pump shotgun? No, there wasn't. Because there's the S12, which was like full auto. And then there was the M1216, which was a 4-shot burst. Yeah, the Remington played very similar as a pump shotgun. Black Ops 1, what pump shotguns existed? I'm sure there was one. Spas 12 played very similarly. The Stakeout. The Stakeout, that's the one. Yeah, it's just a pump shotgun. Call it whatever you want. Pump shotgun's gonna be a pump shotgun. It's gonna play like a pump shotgun. Spas 12. Oh yeah, that's right. Stakeout is the one I'm thinking of. It's hard to remember the Black Ops 1 wall weapons because they were not in the box. Which was a good feature, by the way. Looking at you every game since Black Ops 3. Actually, no, Black Ops 3... No, Black Ops 3 had wall weapons in the box, yeah.
I need some backup here. Any volunteers?
Don't look at me.
At least most of them were in the box, not all of them.
That Russman? That was
Like, every weapon kit weapon was in the box. No, that's not true. A lot of wall weapons were in the box, though. And then Black Ops 4 had every wall weapon in the box. And Cold War has every walled weapon in the box. That hasn't been seen since World at War, and I was hoping we would never see it again, but... oh well. I shouldn't be able to get the Shiva out of the box on Black Ops 3. That's what I think. There are other equally bad weapons, like the XM53. You don't have to put the Shiva in the box too. Yeah, but you can also upgrade the rarities with salvage. I wish that there wasn't... I don't like the rarity system, because it's just like more upgrades. There was nothing wrong with the Black Ops 1 system. You have a weapon, and you can make it better by pack-punching it, and that's it. That's all you get. One upgrade. Here was the problem with it, is that people, and especially Treyarch, didn't like that every single weapon in the game dropped off. The only weapon that kills on high rounds on Black Ops 1 were the infinite damage wonder weapons. Golden Pack-a-Punch just reverted back to where we started. Speaking of, I think Pack-a-Punch just moved there. Oh no. Golden Pack-a-Punch fixed a problem that Black Ops 4 created. But I like the Black Ops 1 system. The problem is that most weapons don't kill on high rounds. And by most weapons, I mean the only things that do are your wonder weapons. And that's what they wanted to change. But they didn't need to change making weapons stronger and shit like they did in Black Ops 4 and Cold War. Just make the zombies have lower health, which I don't like either. I think that it should be that way, that the only weapon that should kill is the wonder weapon. Just make it so that everyone can get the wonder weapon, which you already did. Make it so that everyone can get the thunder gun, or the wave gun, or the tundra gun, you know. Make it so that everyone can get an infinite damage wonder weapon, and make no other weapon in the game viable. Everyone can get the D-Machine, too. Yeah, the health cap was one of the worst things about Black Ops 4, and they didn't fix that. Because the health cap makes it too easy. The health cap is the reason why the Helian Salvo exists. And you know, in Cold War, the new version of the Helian Salvo is the ray gun. And I guess people like that better, because people hate that the rocket launcher is the most overpowered weapon, but people like that the wonder weapon is the most overpowered weapon. But still. It should be creative. It doesn't even have to be traps. Just make the shockwave do infinite damage. That's all they really had to do. No health cap, shockwave does infinite damage. They already made it so that all 4 players can get it. And they made it so that there's 4 upgrades. Make all of the upgrades do infinite damage. That was your easy solution to have one of the best zombies maps we've had in a while. But they health capped it. And I know people still enjoy it, but still, it's a big problem. Don't break my shield. Please. They actually didn't break my shield, weirdly enough. I mean, it's probably gonna get broken on the next go around.
Look at the mess I made.
I saw that zombie's shadow behind me. Look at that zombie! He's on my tail, man! That guy! Jeez. It's not bad, but it suffers from the same thing that most other things in the game suffer from. They're usable, but other things are better. It's good. Just Ring of Fire is better.
Only Marlton has been part of that.
When I have shit teammates, I usually don't rely on trying to save them. I just rely on protecting myself. So I believe that even on most maps, you can run the strategy alone and just ignore your whatever good strategy alone and just ignore your teammates, and you'll probably survive longer than if you're staying on them if they don't know what they're doing. Like on Revelations, I've never played Revelations pubs, but if I did, I would probably just sit in Varrook, and if my teammates didn't want to join me, then just leave them be. I would make it much further without them. I'll just let them bleed out until... I'll let them bleed out and I'll let them spectate me until they get it through their heads to stay with me in Varrook. I would do the same thing for the penthouse. I'm glad that full power didn't return, because that's kind of a waste of a power-up. And it's not like they forgot about it either, because full power actually does exist on the onslaught mode. So I'm glad that they were just like, yep, we'll acknowledge it, but we're not putting it on Team Machine because it's pointless.
I need some backup here. Any volunteers?
Don't look at me.
Just call me Samuel Thunderclap Stone.
I knew it was going to be max ammo. That'll make this round go quick. That's funny. Can you exfil without your teammates? Like, if a teammate goes down, are you able to exfil, or is it going to automatically fail you? Unless you revive them. You can exfil without your teammates? Okay. What about regular exfilling? Like, if all of your team dies and you make it out, is that a successful exfil? It's not even a thing about. It's not even a thing of chance. You get jug every time you do coffin dance. That's part of the. That's the point. Like, that's guaranteed. You can't get anything else besides jug. I've gotten ray gun one time. Everyone was saying, oh, coffin dance guaranteed ray gun, and I was like, no. I've gotten it one time. Quick round, like I predicted. Ooh, nice. All right, yeah, I'll take my break at 160. So we'll go through one more round after this one.
Here we go again. Max ammo. Part of that.
Hold on. Funniest thing on co-op is when your entire team will have DIE shockwaves, ring of fire, two fully upgraded ray guns. 4 players like the easiest mode, or the easiest way to play. It's weird that 4 players even easier than 1 player. That's never been heard of before. Typically, it's always solo easiest, then 2 player, then 3, then 4. This way, it's the other way. because 4-player isn't that much slower. The 100 speedrun for 4 players 3 hours, and the 200 speedrun's like 8 hours. And for 1 player, it's like an hour and a half and 5 hours. But it's so easy. You got so much protection. Yeah, that sounds about right. In no other game does it take like 3-4 hours for 3 or 4 players to get round 100. This is the only one. And I like that it's more accessible to more players. I don't like that the number of zombies per round doesn't even increase that much. I hate that the 200 speedrun record is like 200. Jesus Christ, what the hell was that sentence? I like that the 200 speedrun record is... I don't like that the 200 speedrun record is under 5 hours. That's what I was trying to say. Like, it kind of gets rid of the challenge. The challenge isn't just about getting to the highest round, it's about the endurance of being able to push through the fact that the rounds are getting longer and longer. Like, even on this game, these rounds are taking 3-4 minutes, and this is the quickest. And D-Machine's faster. I'm probably close to the end of the round. Drunk Zombies, I've only done it 1 time, and I want to try doing it more. But I don't know if I want to stream that, because I don't know if that's good for my image. So I would do it with my friends, but like I haven't had much opportunities lately in quarantine, you know. I like playing Mario Kart though.
If I get out of this thing quicker, I'll change my ways.
Courage. Also, a little coffee.
Am I close to the end of the round? I had a max ammo last round, so I gotta be close. Wow, I'm actually not close. Unless this is the end of the round. I played BO2 drunk and I PB'd on Origins. Not even kidding. And then I played Mario Kart drunk, and I pulled off a shortcut that I had never and still have yet to pull off sober. This is the end. This has got to be the end.
I'm up to my neck in caffeine over here.
Yeah. 60 rounds in 3.5 hours. That's pretty good. Let's see what my average SPH is. And let's see what it predicts for 255 and world record. Zombie calculator. Black Ops 4. Average SPH estimator. 100. 160. 3 hours and 30 minutes. Because it paused a few times, maybe 35 minutes. I don't know how much I paused. Like 3.1 seconds a horde. We'll make it 3.2 because I'm going to have to do more trade outs. So let's see. Combined round time estimator. 3.2, 160, 255, 14 hour. That seems slow. Um, 356. That seems fast. That says 46 hours to 356. Okay. Calculator machine broke. 420. 78 hours? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get to 420 in half the time it took Scott to get it on Dead of the Night. Oh, shit. Wait. Let me check 512. I don't want to make 512 my goal, but like 512 goal, 3.2 seconds per horde, 160 to 512. 512 is feasible. That's 145 hours. That's a lot, but it's less than Dead of the Night. Oh man, I might have to stream tomorrow. That's very motivating for me to get world record and for me to possibly go and crush that record and get the second round reset. Anyway, let me end it here so I can have some personal time, so I can go see my friends in a little bit. But thank you for watching. If you guys are still here, thank you for the follows. 1,800 followers today. That's pretty awesome. Mucho excite. And yeah, we're on the road to 2,000 followers. So thank you for watching. I will be streaming tomorrow. Probably, I'll definitely hit 200, but how far will I go tomorrow? I don't know how far I'll go tomorrow, but I will be streaming tomorrow, so be ready for that. Yeah. I got nothing else to say, so thank you for watching.